Now, do you always need a physical therapist referral?
I believe so.
Okay. And what's that stack of fabric? Are those more panels or?
We're alive, by the way.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
That's the new fabric, but we don't have all the new fabric yet, so we're not talking about that today. Hello, oops, well, good grief, I'm not. Hello, everybody. As usual, are we ready? No, of course not. Why would we? Oh, well, you know who this is. It's Silly Sally and Laughing Laura.
Yep.
Yeah, that's us.
Oh,
Hey, we're here at El Cajon Sewing Back. It's Barbara's birthday, so she's not here.
that's why she's
That's
not
her
here.
week. Yeah, her birthday weekend.
Nice.
So, so we're here at El Cajon Sewing Back, and we are talking about.
Whole bunches
Well,
of stuff.
shoot, this is not working. Why is it not looking like it's working right? Hold
Can
on just
anybody
one
hear us?
second. No, it's something weird going on with my YouTube stream.
Oh. So we're not really on.
Oh no, we're on.
Oh.
Just not on YouTube for some reason, I think.
Okay.
Well, maybe we are, but I don't think we are. Can't tell for sure. Oh, yes, we are. Okay. So we are on YouTube. We are on. So, okay, we're all good.
Okay. Good to know.
Well, maybe we're not all good, but,
we're
we're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and start.
Okay. I first want to start about this panel we got in. It's gorgeous. Just wait till you see this. Look at that. Can you see all those beautiful colors? It's like Monet paintings, some of it. It reminds me of that anyway. And you're thinking, okay, what can I do with it? Well, you could make placemats, or you could make a pillowcase and use it as the focal point for a pillowcase, and then just coordinate the trim between all the 4 panels. I thought that was a very clever idea, and I think they're just gorgeous. They're just gorgeous prints. Kind of a mosaic.
So you could make a quilt too, right?
You could, absolutely.
So
You could use this
how would
as
you-
the centerpiece. You could make 4 quilts. Okay, I'm gonna put these
Hold
out
on
here.
a second. I'm gonna.
Okay, so
Okay,
you
I'm
could use,
I'm logged. I'm in here now,
okay.
so I'm not all distracted anymore. Well, I am distracted, but
But
I'm
you know
not
what?
as distracted.
You know how they make row by row quilts?
Yeah.
Use this as the centerpiece of your quilt, and then put a big border around it, and then do a row of blocks above it, a row of blocks below it, to extend the quilt, and make it as big as you want. And this will just be the focal point. So you have a Tuscan villa, you have the Eiffel Tower, you have a farm, and a river walk. They're just gorgeous. I love these these jewel tone
Yeah, I think you have to
colors.
cut it apart for a.
Oh yeah.
I think I'd cut them and stagger them. I think I'd make 4 blocks. So I think I'd take each of those.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm going to switch to camera 3.
Okay.
So I think I would make
And you could do that.
I think I would make 4 blocks and kind of stagger it so that it's not necessarily uniform, so that each of those are kind of
yeah.
like one in the corner or one. I don't like things being too uniform.
I mean, they're just gorgeous colors. They're like watercolor paintings.
They are really pretty.
Or oil paintings, actually. Oil paintings.
Well, you could almost do like a log cabin, and it could be the center of a log cabin,
Yeah.
and put it on. Yeah, so you can. Okay, here's the deal. So do a log cabin and put the logs on each side. So because you have 4 sides, so you have 4 pictures. So you can put the logs on one of them. The logs are on one side. On the other one, the logs are on the other side. On one corner,
Yeah.
other corner, third corner, fourth corner. So put the logs on each of 4 corners. So on each.
Well, you're talking about putting logs on 2 corners of one piece.
Right.
And the opposite 2 corners on another piece.
Right. Well,
Yeah. Because that
So
will
there's
stagger
4
the blocks.
So on all 4 pictures, they would be on a different corner.
Yeah.
So then they would be totally staggered and they'd look totally different.
Yeah, you could do this
Right.
is your
Right,
log
so-
cabin. The next one, this one is your log
Right.
cabin. Next
What do you
one,
think?
this one. And then the last. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that because then they wouldn't be symmetrical on the quilt. I
Right.
like that idea.
Right.
And,
then
you could add, so if this was your big log cabin stuff, you could still add small rows to this side.
Right, if you
so you don't
felt like
accidentally get
too
panels
close.
touching.
Yeah.
But just have, like, so you might have 2 strips on these sides
Side,
and
and
6
then-
strips on those.
Right.
Yeah.
And then would
like
you
that.
use the same color logs or would you use different color log? I think I'd use different color logs. Same color family maybe,
I'd
but
pull colors that matched the block. So like on this one, I
gold,
might do
golds
more
and
orange
oranges,
and yellow
right.
and
Okay.
and where on this one, let's flip this over, I would definitely do blues, but maybe a peak of yellow in there or orange to kind of tie in
Yeah.
to the other block. On
Okay.
these 2, flip this around. So here you have your yellows and golds and a little bit of blue, so it ties in to the previous 2 blocks. And then this one, you've got all the colors. This one's gorgeous.
So yellow and
I would
gold and
probably
blue.
do orange
Or
and maybe
orange and
fade
yellow.
out to the blues or even throw in the green.
Oh, I think now I'm kind of excited about doing a little quilt with that.
Yeah. And then I would just do an all over quilting design that,
Maybe just stipple it,
yeah,
just an open stipple.
yeah. It just really looks like oil painting. It's funny because minus the Eiffel Tower, if you took this set of trees and mirrored it on the other side and then put a couple walking between them, I have a diamond painting like that.
Huh.
Yeah, a lot of fun to put together. Okay,
Well, cool.
so lots of ideas you can do with this panel, and it's beautiful. It really is.
Awesome.
Okay,
Well, that is really cool.
next
Okay.
we have wide back fabric. Now, if you don't happen to know what wide back fabric is, it is your standard quilting cotton, but instead of being 45 inches wide, it's 108 inches wide. So it's 2.5 times as wide, or 2 1/3 times as wide as standard fabric. So the value is there because you don't have to use as much yardage.
Now with Moda's fabrics, it's just as high a quality of fabric as the 45-inch wide fabrics.
Right.
So they are so you can actually use it in the front of your fabric.
Yeah.
That
Now this one has
I
a
love
lot
that
of
piece.
colors and it's very subtle. I don't know if you can see the speckles in it.
I'm using that on the back of the quilt that I showed last week, the one with
The buildings?
the buildings, the
Yeah.
stripes. You can't see it till I finish it.
Now all of these are, we tear these instead of cut them. If you're ever going to get 108 inch wide back fabric, you want to make sure that whoever is giving you the fabric does not cut it off of the bolt, because the bolts are never square. So you have to have them tear it off the bolt. And 3 yards gives you enough to where you have 108 by 108. That's enough for a very large queen size quilt or a smaller king size quilt.
Okay. Yeah, we cut
So-
ours into 3-yard pieces. Some of them are less than 3 yards for various and sundry reasons.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they're all 3 yard. When the bolts come in, we tear them because we don't want to have to cut them when you're here,
Right.
because it's next to impossible. So that's why we just go ahead and cut
And
them. I
we've got-
like that piece. I
I
wonder when
like
we
this
got
one
that
a
one in.
lot.
It's
one's-
kind of neat.
It's very unique. Look at that. You see that?
It's
Just
kind of gold and cream.
Yeah, but that'll go with anything. I mean, anything. That's beautiful. And we have reds and blues. I don't know if we have any greens, but this is just one of the blues that we have. We have 3 or 4 different varieties of blues. They're all 108 inches wide. They're all torn into. This one is slightly smaller. This is 2 2/3 yard. So we
So
may have
let's-
been the end of bolt on this one.
So just for example, so say most fabric nowadays about $13.90. Say it's $13.99 a yard. So
Right.
say that, and so you would need, so for to get,
Well, even if you just look at 1 yard. So this one for 3 yards is $61.50. Divide by 3, you're looking at $20.50
Hold on a sec. Okay.
for 1 yard.
Okay.
But 1 yard of 108 inch wide fabric is more than 2 yards of a 45 inch fabric.
So
So 45 would be 90.
Okay.
Then you have another 18 inches. So
Okay.
it's
So
at
be
least
$13.99
a yard
times.
and a third more. So 2 1/3 times.
2.2.3,
So if you had standard fabric at $13.99 a yard,
right?
right,
So that'd be $32
a yard,
a yard.
and this is $20.50 a yard. So you're
So
saving
you're
money.
So you're
by
saving
buying
by
this.
right, and you don't have to put a seam in it.
Right,
for
that's
your
the
back.
nice thing. And if you take it to a long arm quilter, they can put it
But
on the
even if-
frame selvage to selvage, so there's no stretch, there's no seams, you're gonna get a uniform. And what I like to do, because I like to make picnic quilts or baby
Uh-huh.
blankets, I've done it so that I can put 2 of them on one wide back,
Oh,
just
okay.
leave a small gap in between them,
Okay.
and then quilt them all at one time, and I'm getting 2 quilts at the same time.
So can you ask the quilter to do that for you if you're
Yeah.
taking one? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good to know.
Just make
Okay, sure.
sure that you have 4
Some-
inches on each side and at least 2 inches in the middle. So you'll need 10 inches extra, or a minimum of 8 inches extra.
Okay.
So make your quilts no wider than 49 inches wide.
All right.
And you'll be in good shape. You can do that. No
But even
problem.
if you're quilting them yourselves, you're saving money by getting the 108.
Yeah. And if you're quilting it yourself, you don't have to leave quite as a large margin as you would for a long arm quilter.
Mm-hmm.
So you can definitely get 2, maybe even 3 if you look at the bottom, quilts out of, quilt backs out of 1 3-yard cut.
Right. So you get a color that you use a lot, like or black or gray or something else, and you can
Yeah.
use it for several quilts.
Right. And you may not want to try a whole great big one. We have
But you
a
can look in our
couple
remnant bin.
in the remnants. This one is 34 inches, and this is one of the wide backs we have. So it's 34 inches long by 108 wide. And so it's a great deal. This piece is only $20.49. And it has a 30% off written on it, so I'm not sure if it's on sale or if that is the sale price. I'm thinking it's probably off of that because that's what we calculated the per
Yeah,
yard
that's what I would think.
yard
But
piece.
anyway.
So 30% off of that, that's pretty good. That's another $6 off, so. Now this one, there's 0.88 of a yard, so almost a yard. And this one is kind of a geometric, Byzantine type print. And we have this in red, blue, gray. Don't think we have it in green anymore.
No, I think we sold all the green.
Yeah. But they go pretty fast because they're so versatile. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at taking one of these. I'm going to have to go home and do some measurements. But do you remember way back in the day, cotton sheets used to be crisp? You wash them, you crawl into bed, and it's nice and crisp and cool. Well, you can't find percale sheets anymore. They're just, everything's a blend, or it's a sateen cotton, which is really soft and luxurious, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want that crisp feeling, especially in the summer. Guess what? Some of these have percale cotton. The Mode of Grunge is a percale cotton, according to their website, and we do carry that. So you can ask us, and we'll be able to look it up and tell you, hopefully, this one feels like a percale cotton. Now, of course, after they've been worn a while and you launder them, they may soften up, but you can take the 108-inch wides and make queen-size sheets, fitted sheets and top sheet.
Oh, well, that's something.
Yeah.
So you can make fitted sheets and top sheets to go with your pillowcases that you make.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
curtains and tablecloths and
Well, and you can
things
do
like that.
shower curtains. You know, put the plastic
Uh-huh.
liner on the tub side and or the shower side. And then you can make your shower curtain out of the 108-inch wide fabric, and you don't have to cut anything. You don't have to piece anything. It's done, and it'll be beautiful. So that is info about our 108-inch
All
wide
right.
backs. And we have more of a selection than what I'm displaying right here. It's just I brought out a small sample of what we have.
okay. Cool.
Okay. Next, I want to talk about these two new rulers from Quilter Select. This one is a 6.5 by 12-inch ruler. It's pink. It's a poppy cotton special edition ruler, and oh, I was like, it's not $45.99. No, it's $34.99. That's something else. So it's just a fun color, nice and pink. It doesn't say that it's breast cancer awareness, but it reminds me of that since it's pink.
Yeah, it does kind of.
Yeah, but it's a nice ruler. This is a very handy size to work
That's
with.
my favorite size. I use that size
I use
ruler
this one a lot. You do have to remember, and it's nice that the poppy cotton logo is nice and big here, that this is a 1/2 inch on this side. So if you want to cut full inches,
I put that
you
colored
need to
tape
turn it
on my
upside
ruler
down.
like that.
Oh, that's a
I don't
good
know where
idea.
mine is, but I have that tape,
Right.
purple tape over there to
Yeah.
remind me that
Right.
is a 1/2 inch over there.
Yeah.
So
that's
let's
smart.
not be pretending that that's an inch.
That's smart.
Yes, so that I don't miscut it,
Now,
misguidedly cut it wrong.
the other ruler, this is a 3-in-1 half square combo ruler. I'm pretty excited about this one. You can make half square triangles. You can make quarter square triangles. And it will tell you how big of a strip you need to cut based on whether you're making a quarter square triangle or a half square triangle, how big of a strip you need to cut in order to get all of your triangles done.
So that's
And I
pretty cool.
like the fact that the Quilter Select rulers don't slip.
Yeah,
I mean, they're really nice. So,
I'm kind of done with slippage.
yeah. And then the last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to zoom in real close here. I don't know how you focus on this. Can you focus this?
No, that camera doesn't have autofocus. You just have to focus on
How's
its
that?
own.
Is that
Camera
better?
that
Got
one.
autofocus.
Not
It
that one.
is. Well, then let's go to this one because this one has autofocus.
Yes, it does.
All right, so let me put my glasses on so I can find
Find
the
the
right button.
autofocus button.
There it is. Whoops. I got
Yeah.
out of frame.
Put that behind.
Okay, that's better.
Look at that.
Is that in focus? Okay.
Yep, that's better.
So this is a Quilter Select cutting mat that is 22 inches by 34 inches. So it is a nice large size.
And it's pink
And it's pink. And it has the Poppy Cotton logo.
on the back of it.
And, it has a beautiful Poppy Cotton design on the back.
It's
all
really
the flowers.
pretty.
And it's only $45.99.
Yeah, I,
I dare you to
cool.
find a cutting mat this size for that price. In this
Yep.
quality. So,
I like it.
it's a really good deal. Okay, that's all I had.
And remember, don't put stuff on the back of the ruler. No
Yes.
putting tape on the back of the ruler.
I made
Just
that
put
mistake
tape on
one
the front of the
time.
ruler. Laura's already done the mistake for us, so we don't need to do it ourselves.
And it was on one of my most used rulers, of course. But I can still use the ruler. It just aggravates me that I pulled off some of the yellow stuff.
All right. So, as we always tell you, please write down in the comments something that you'd like us to talk about
And we'll figure out a way
besides
to make it
ourselves.
work. Well, I'm
And,
excited. I have a new computer to go home and play
Yeah,
with.
poor Laura was all worried this morning because the UPS said they weren't going to deliver her new computer unless she was home.
I had
and
to sign
had
for
to
it.
sign for it.
I couldn't have it delivered to a neighbor's house. I couldn't have it delivered to an alternate address.
And if she
I
was,
couldn't pre-sign for the package on the website and allow them to leave it at my front door.
And-
All these restrictions.
And if
I called UPS to say, hey, but your website says I can do all these things. No, they said the shipper gave them specific instructions that there will be no changes. I have to be there to pick it up. And if I'm not, they're not going to try and deliver it tomorrow. It will just go back to the shipper and I lose it. And I'll have to pay a 15% restocking fee. It was ridiculous.
and then she had to teach class this morning because we had it. When you get a sewing machine here, you get new orders classes, and Laura teaches the new orders classes. So she was teaching new orders classes this morning. So she ran home as soon as she finished her classes, and what does she find on her front porch?
On my
But
front doorstep is my new computer.
with
Yep.
no signature required.
No signature, no note that says coming back tomorrow, nothing.
Yeah.
So all that
Just-
stuff that the UPS person told me yesterday, lies, just wrong. So I'm glad this driver
luckily,
didn't follow instructions because I would have missed my computer and I would have been unhappy.
Yeah, but she's got the computer all set up. She's happy with it. It's running great, and life is good again. So,
Yes.
anyway, all right, guys. Well, please let us know something to talk about next week. And we
Otherwise, we're gonna sit here and go. Blah, 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 blah.
and hopefully I'll have that finished quilting, and you can see how that backing looks on the actual quilt.
Looks really good.
And we will babble at you or ramble with you next week on Thursday. It's only going to be almost all the way through February next
I know.
Thursday.
It's the 6th of the year gone.
Oh gosh,
How does it go by so fast?
I don't know. Hurts my head.
I know.
Anyway, well, come see us.
Yep.
I have some stuff that's coming up in the pipeline. It's not all set yet, but as soon as it is, we'll tell you about it next week.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Sounds like the plan.
happy Thursday. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Thursday. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.